There is no future. In 2011, somebody took it down. Bitcoin is very peaceful.
Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Real. Bitcoin's here to stay, and you need to be a part of it.
Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are, whenever you are. Thank you for watching my videos. I'm here joined with Chris Dunn. He's an OG. We're going to be sitting down and talking about Bitcoin and finances today. And I'm going to introduce you to this guy. And if you don't know this guy, you're going to learn a lot about him. And he's got his own YouTube channel, which you must subscribe to right now. Just going straight down in the comment section and the pinned comment below to get over to his channel and subscribe, right? So tell me, when did you start doing YouTube videos?
YouTube videos, man. It was like 2009, 2010, I think. Started doing, videos around the futures markets and trading. And my first Bitcoin videos were 2013 when I made the jump from the futures market into Bitcoin head first. Oh,
wow. Okay, cool. So how did you first hear about Bitcoin?
Man, sometime in 2011, somebody mentioned it and I looked it up and I was like, is this a penny stock or what is this scam?
Yes, I've been there.
yeah. And I dismissed it. I was like, I don't have time for this shit. I'm busy. And then fast forward a year or two later and I saw the price chart was holding up and I'm like, this thing's not going away. What is it? And so I dove deeper and spent like half of 2013 just obsessing over it and trying to figure out, is this worth studying? Is this worth putting capital into and really learning about? And yeah, man, I took the orange pill and never looked back.
Yeah, I know. It's, what got me into it? It was just the fact that, this is going to be a revolution in money.
Yeah.
Right?
And yeah, because you were originally like a gold and hard money guy, exactly. Right? And how did you get introduced to Bitcoin?
Well, one of my subscribers sent me a message saying, what do you think about Bitcoin? And when I looked at the website, I was like, oh, scam. Yeah. Can't solve the double spend problem. But I'm going to prove it to you how they're trying to take your money. So, because I was always, I cared about my subscribers and I want to make sure that they are not getting robbed, right, by all the scams and frauds that are out there. So I wanted to find out how this was a fraud. And when I
expose it?
Expose it, yeah.
So your goal was initially just to be like, hey, this is why it's a scam. Stay away from Bitcoin.
Exactly.
And how things change.
Yes.
So what was it that made you go, no, this shit's legit and it's real?
Well, I read through the source code because I'm a programmer. And I saw that, oh, my, this idea is going to work.
Yeah.
Wow. Consensus and proof of work? Oh, my goodness. A shared database? What the?
Nice. So you looked at the technicals and understood it. I was like, okay, I can read the white paper, but I'm not technical. So I have to basically rely on guys like you to be like, yeah, man, the code makes sense.
Yes, I know. But not all programmers. I thought every single programmer would get it. And the reason why not every programmer got it is because, yes, they could read the source code and study it, but they might not agree with the game theory. They may not agree. Why do we need another currency?
Right.
Because everything's working. As far as they're concerned, everything's working fine.
Yep.
But we all know it's not working fine. Right. For example, right, printing money, right, through the central banking is not sustainable.
I think for the first time, one of the blessings of the pandemic era was people, I think, are waking up to that fact that had never thought about it. They're like, wait a minute, what do you mean we can print $5 or $6 trillion just like that? What does that mean, right? Some people through the 2008 financial crisis, they got it. But, Gen Z and younger, they had never been through that. And so to see that, it's kind of it messes with your mind, right? Like, how can you just create this money out of thin air and everything's fine?
Yes, I know. And people just need to understand that when they do that, right, it enslaves us all, effectively. And I want people to have that emotion or connection of being enslaved. Because yes, right now you're like, yes, no, right? But you have to realize that your wealth is being stolen from you, from not only from your savings, but also from your work. When you get your paycheck every month, every week, or whatever it is, you are getting stolen from.
And it's invisible, right? Yes. Inflation, a lot of people don't see it until it is kind of too late, right? Like right now with 8, 9, 10 or whatever % official numbers in the grocery store and in real life, people are, I think, feeling that, right? Exactly. And they're like, this sucks.
Yes. And you know what? They wait until it actually comes to them. And you know, I did many videos back in 2020, March of 2020, when they turned on the spigots.
Yep.
I said, hey, you know what? In 12 to 18 months, that's coming back to haunt us. We're going to see prices higher.
Yep.
They're not going to say that, right? But that's what's going to happen because it's a monetary phenomenon. And it takes time for that monetary phenomenon to show up in prices.
Right.
It's not instant. You don't want to wait until prices are going into hyperinflationary mode,
yep.
people. Right?
Yep. And it was interesting how it showed up in assets first, right? So Bitcoin, stocks, real estate, everything went up. And then usually the way that inflation works is like consumer goods go up after that, right? The assets go up. People have this wealth effect that they feel wealthy. And then all of a sudden, eggs are 4 times the cost or whatever, right? And that's where I think you're talking about the enslavement comes in.
Yes.
Is it's
your
invisible
job,
tax.
Your job doesn't increase your salary with the rate of inflation.
Yeah.
Did you get a 4x increase when the eggs went up 4x? No.
Right. Yeah. Wages are starting to go up a little bit, but not even near where it needs to be, right? Like if you compare the cost of living and have, like in the US at least, back in the 50s and 60s, you could have a single, you could have one parent working, supporting a family and be comfortable. Nowadays, it's a struggle with both parents working full time for the average working person, right?
Yes, that's so true. So let's talk about solutions for these people
who
are out there listening and they realize, okay, this is a problem. Well, what should I do?
That's a great question. What is this be? I don't know. If there was only a solution to this problem. Man, you know, the first time that I sent Bitcoin to a friend overseas, like that first transaction is so magical, right? Because you can understand like the economic theory and all this, but for me, the magic really flipped whenever I used it for the first time. And I'm like, I just sent money to a guy in a country that he can't get access to a bank. And it happened in a few minutes and nobody knew about it. We didn't need permission, right? That for me is really exciting. And when you combine the economic side with just the real world, like how you can use this, it's powerful stuff.
Exactly. So what you're saying is that people should go out and buy Bitcoin to protect themselves, or are you saying that it should be something that they should consider?
I think, and again, not personalized financial advice, but I think everybody should own some Bitcoin, right? Just to understand how it works and to, go down that rabbit hole and figure out if this is something that you want to hedge against inflation with and use as an asset that has been one of the best performing assets over the past decade. And we'll see what the future holds. But yeah, I mean, to me, it's just a no-brainer that I think everybody should have some Bitcoin. What do you think?
Yeah, I definitely believe that because it's going to be the money. I don't see any other path that says that Bitcoin is not going to be the money. Effectively, when we invented electricity, I would have said there's no other path where we're not all using electricity in the future.
Yeah, right. It's like the cat's out of the bag. You're not going backwards. Right?
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, so what do you think about CBDC, central bank digital currencies? Is that going to be a competitor to Bitcoin? Is it not even a thing on your map? What do you think?
I say bring it because it'll end the banking system faster. Because if you have a digital currency that allows you to transfer between the dollar and Bitcoin instantly, that will be their demise a lot faster. Now, if they say, well, they'll just prevent you from doing that, that will actually end their reign even faster because it proves that, so you can't buy something with that digital currency. Maybe you should use something else where nobody's controlling it, right?
Right. It's been kind of scary seeing how these guys are talking about it, man. Like, yeah, we're going to give you this money and here's a little carrot. But by the way, we can lock your account. We can take it out of your wallet. China's already starting to do that. And my hope is that people don't get addicted and that they see Bitcoin first.
No, I say let them, because you know what? The best way for growth in our society is when we have something that's really hurting everybody, and they feel the pain,
right?
And they want to find solutions, and then they do. Because
yes.
Bitcoin is the solution. They just need to go and look for it. Oh man, I was told that I have to do, if I have these CBDCs, they're going to take 10% every month because they want to go to negative 10% on the interest rates.
Right.
What am I supposed to do with that? Maybe you should look at some other solutions.
There's
right?
only a hard money out there. Man.
So yeah.
It's crazy. How has Bitcoin changed your life other than, you know, the wealth that comes along with it? Like, how has it affected your day to day?
Well, it's affected my day to day because I've changed who I am. I used to be focused on being a programmer only, and no longer is that my focus. I still like programming, but now when I witness people coming up to me and saying, you know, I'm here in Dubai, like, because I live in Dubai, by the way, and they say, Da Vinci, you brought me here. It's because of you I'm here.
Yeah.
That gave me a sense of accomplishment that I never thought I was ever be able to be possible.
I hear you. I think that makes putting up with all the bad stuff that comes with social media, like to hear those stories, right? Like, holy shit, like I was in this situation and because of Bitcoin, because of your videos, like my life is completely changed for the better, right? Like that's what I get really, really stoked about.
Yes.
Nice.
So, Chris, I want to know, I told everybody that I live in Dubai.
Yeah.
Where do you live?
So I've got a ranch in Texas and my goal is to spend about 6 months out of the year kind of traveling around. Was doing that pre-COVID, and then obviously during COVID was stuck in the US. But here we are here in Bali at our buddy Tone's event, and I'll be out here for probably a few more months and then go back to the US for a little bit and keep bouncing around.
Awesome. All right, well, we're gonna do this in 2 parts, right? The part 2 will be on Chris's channel, so make sure you head over there and check out part 2. So let's do it. Part 2.
All right.